I'm visiting the Alhambra in Granada in Spain, which originally was a protected fort but then got changed into a palace, and then I think JFK or somebody went there. I don't think JFK is the right president. We're gonna go visit that today and have a little wander around and a guided tour. Very excited to actually get to the Alhambra. It's about a 45-minute walk from my hotel. We've got to walk down this really cool cobbled street. I think it's one of the prettiest places in Spain. I don't know. I've got the name of it there, but I'll put it on screen now. It's so pretty. It's all medieval Spanish architecture. It's so cool. I'm walking up this hill, and for somebody that does a lot of walking, this is a lot for even me. Danny got in here like stupidly early. I was trying to make sure I was here on time, and I'm now like an hour early. I've gotten here before the tour guide, but I did go and have some breakfast in the cafe nearby. So now I just gotta wait. Maybe I'll make some TikToks. I was super excited to begin this tour because I'd heard so much about the Alhambra. Perched high above the city of Granada on an outcrop of the Sierra Nevada sits the Alhambra, and it's known as one of the world's most iconic architectural marvels. It boasts artistic mastery and a rich interplay of cultures. It's an ancient palace that still to this day is an incredible feat of architecture. So I wanted to find out what all the fuss was about. Hence the tour and also this voiceover. I did a bunch of research before writing this voiceover, so this is kind of Google's best / the knowledge from my tour guide and just a sprinkling of my opinion. Let's begin in my best narrator voice. The story of the Alhambra begins in the 9th century as a small fortress, but it wasn't until the 13th century under Nasrid dynasty that it transformed into a sprawling palace complex. I'm not doing that for this whole voiceover. The palace was so cool. Used as the first of Mohammed V, two visionary sultans spearheaded its development, blending Islamic art, architecture, and philosophy to create a paradise on earth. That was one thing our tour guide said a lot, that they were trying to replicate a paradise on earth. During many of its ongoing years in construction, Spain was heavily Islamic at the time. This is noticeable throughout the entire Alhambra, with scriptures from the Quran written on the walls, and also the symbols and shapes used around the palace. The Alhambra reflects the height of Andalusian Islamic art before Reconquista reshaped Spain. When stepping into the Alhambra, you are immediately struck with symmetry. Seems to be a popular theme among palaces. Anyways, this symmetry is an ode to harmony and perfect balance. The Nasrid architects employed geometry to evoke both awe and tranquility. Some ceilings in the palace are made up of over 16,000 plaster pieces, all perfectly molded and then placed into position. That is some incredible patience. It's worth it for this incredibly detailed ceiling. Every arch, courtyard and reflection pool was meticulously designed to draw the eye and calm the soul. But if you look closer, you'll notice how the central courtyard reflects perfectly in the still water of its pools. This design not only magnifies its beauty, but is also meant to symbolize the eternal connection between earth and heaven. The Alhambra isn't just about grand halls or majestic arches. I don't know how to say this word, but we're going to persevere. The Generalife, otherwise known as the Summer Palace, is a sensory escape or a haven for relaxation. Lush gardens, fragrant flowers, and the gentle sound of water create an environment designed to soothe and inspire. The architects opted for a gentle trickle of water to soothe your ears rather than an extravagant fountain, flowers to release sweet aromas, symmetry and gorgeous views everywhere to appease the eyes, berries growing in the bushes nearby to taste. A lot of the gardens were designed to be viewed from floor level because lots of people went there to pray. The tranquility of these gardens was a stark contrast from the last palace that I visited, which was the Palace of Versailles in France, and that one was built to overwhelm and impress, whereas the Alhambra summer house gardens were designed to calm and relax. I know which one I would prefer. Let me know down in the comments which one you would choose. We're about halfway through the tour of the Alhambra and it's absolutely amazing. The summer house was so gorgeous. I want to live there. It's unreal. Look at the views from up here. This place is crazy. Oh my god. I actually can't believe I'm here. It's so pretty. For a hike up there in the last video, and it was absolutely gorgeous. But I want to see down here is gorgeous too. I walked all the way up there to get to the Alhambra and thoroughly enjoying the experience, and I met another journey traveler, which is quite cool. This is my favorite part. The Alhambra's genius lies not only in its physical design but also how it utilizes the light. The interplay of light and shadow transforms its spaces throughout the day, bringing life into the stone itself. The throne room in the summer house makes brilliant use of this. The bright white walls outside in the courtyard reflect the sun and create almost a bowl of light, and then when you enter the throne room it's so dark, and the alcove where the throne sits in the throne throne room is almost pitch black. Our tour guide told us that this was so the visitors couldn't read the Sultan's facial expressions, giving him the upper hand in negotiations and just making him seem that little bit more powerful. This dynamic interaction creates an ever-changing experience, a hallmark of Islamic architecture, where light is as much a material as the stone and tile. I was quite impressed with that little bit, that felt quite poetic. One of the places that I noticed this the most was in a ceiling. Now this ceiling was round, and was it a hexagon or an octagon? Alexa, what's the name of the shape with 12 sides?
The 12-sided shape is called the dodecagon.
Dodecagon. There we go.
Editing Bailz here. I was clearly an idiot because if you count, there are 16 windows in that ceiling, not 12. So, well, just ignore me.
The ceiling was in the shape of a dodecagon, which meant that it had 12 sides and 12 windows, and these windows were used to tell the time, and you would judge it by the position of the sun in each window. Again, so clever. From poets like Washington Irving, whose Tales of the Alhambra immortalized its allure, to 21st century tourists, the Alhambra has captivated hearts for centuries. Each visitor brings their own interpretation, adding layers to its story.
The tour is over. It was so much fun and it was so interesting getting to learn about the architecture and the history of the Alhambra. It was so pretty. The ceilings and like the intricate detailing on all of the wood and the plaster. So pretty. Definitely recommend. Now I'm off to a tapas bar. A tour guide recommended to me. Apparently anywhere in Granada, if you order a drink in a tapas part, they give you like free tapas. So I want to see if that's true. At La Authentica Caramella, it turns out the theory is true. Glass of white wine and I got some free tapas. Another drink and also my main, but they bought me some more tapas, which apparently they don't normally do. If you order food, they stop giving you tapas, but they've given me some anyway. It's like mussels in a tomato sauce. I have already started, but I've done almost 20,000 steps today, so I'm starving. And then I got some sangria because I'm in Spain. All of the food I've had here so far is incredible. Arrived and it looks incredible. Look at this and the sangria too. Anyways, I'm gonna eat this and enjoy my sangria and sit in the sun. But that's it for the Alhambra tour. Weirdly, I really want to build it in Minecraft now. I know that's the most nerdy thing I've possibly ever said, but kind of do.
The Alhambra was such an incredible place to visit, and it was so interesting to learn about the different cultures that built it. Because it took so long to build, there were multiple different sultans that kind of ruled over the building of it, and as part of that, there were then different groups of people and different cultures and societies that helped construct it. It was so cool to see. The symmetry and the use of light were just astonishing to me. If you enjoyed this video, please do leave a like, and if you want to see more of my travel shenanigans, a little bit of a deep dive into history, not really that deep, more of like a paddle in the history, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I love to travel and I love learning about new things, so maybe this is the right place for you. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I hope you have a wonderful time. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. That was so hard to say. A hallmark of Islamic architecture. Oh, blah. A hallmark of Islamic I can't get that at all. A hallmark of Islamic architecture. Boom, I did it. Please tell me I got that.